dome box base, which will be a shallow base masu box. Alright, so what we're going to do is we're going to take the face, right? This is the back and this is the face. We're going to take the face and we're going to go ahead and crease it vertically and horizontally. Then we're going to turn it over to the back. Here's our back. And we are going to go ahead and do some valley folds right here. Just this way, we're going to do some valley folds. And now we're going to go ahead and open up two flaps and keep our flaps this way. Now to adjust the size, normally on a regular traditional masu box, we would go ahead and take this edge and meet it up in the center. But we need the base to be just a little bit smaller, a little bit more shallow, smaller. And so what we're going to do is we're going to fold past the center about 1/4 of an inch. What is 1/4 of an inch? 1/4 of an inch, if we can, it's kind of difficult to see here, but maybe using the white paper from the background, 1/4 of an inch is right here. We have an eighth and then we have a quarter. Okay, we have an eighth right there and then we have a quarter. So from here to here, that's going to be a quarter. The instructions say 3/16, which is a little bit less than a quarter, but it's okay. Let's just go ahead and do about a quarter. So, and the trick is going to be, how do I fold this without this paper, this triangle, moving up front? And you're just going to have to go ahead and keep your finger in here, and you're going to need to go about a quarter. What you can do is you can get your pencil, maybe make a little dot so that you can see. It's right there. And then go ahead and fold right up to there. Alright. And how do we know we are not folding it like this or like this? You see these two lines that you have here. You're going to make sure that these two corners are always lined up with these two lines. And that's how you can make sure that you're not folding it in a slight skewed angle. Now, it's very important to follow the instructions, right? The instructions now say that you're going to have to first do these folds, now meeting up these two edges, 1 and 1, and then number 2. So let's go ahead and do that. I'm going to do it right here. And then when we fold, we have to fold right on these two edges. That's how we're going to get this line. This line is based on these two corner points. It is going to be difficult to do this because this keeps moving forward. So what I like to do, instead of trying to do this and push this paper in, I mean, you could try doing that. And, you know, maybe that will work. You know, usually what I like to do is I like to go ahead and first make a crease here with my finger. And then I like to make a little crease right over here. Right? So there are my two little creases. And so that way, when I come over and I really try to get this right, I don't have to worry about my edges right there. Okay. Now, when I unfold it, if this is not very good, what I can do is I can always fold this back, take out my piece like this, and then refold this over to really make sure, you know, that I have a nice crease in there, and then refold this back in. So here, this is what we should have, is something similar to this. Okay. And our next step, okay, we're going to open this up this way, and we're going to make some, we're going to make these two folds first, and then we're going to make these two folds. So we have to match up these two corners right in here. So let's go ahead and fold this way. And how can we tell we're doing this right? Well, you're going to see that there is a line right here and a line right here. It's a crease and a crease. And where those two creases meet, that's our register point. And it may be a little difficult for you to see through the camera, but let's see. I think we got it right there. And the other thing too to keep in mind is that these lines should line up with this crease that you have up here. Okay, you can see that crease and this line. And we open it up. That's good. Got to do the other side now. Right. I think we got it pretty good here. Maybe a little bit. It's a little bit off right over here. Let me see. Let me get it just right. Okay. Good. Okay. All right. And then once again, crease it and then crease it. And then now what we're going to do, and again, this may seem a little odd, like what is it asking you to do, but I'm going to show you right now, and you're going to see how we're going to get from there to here very easily. So what I like to do is, and you know, it's not going to meet up perfectly because we're going to have to do a little bit of an overlap, but what you want to do is you want to open up these flaps. Okay, open up these flaps, put these two up, and you can see that as I go down one side and then I go down the other side, they're not going to flatten out. So we're going to have to lift this up like this, and then we're going to go ahead and overlap like this. So you can see that we're making the box already. And then we can fold over, and we've got one part of the box done. Okay, now let's go ahead and do the other side. And again, once you've gotten the box, if you want to pull these out and put a little dab of adhesive or double stick tape, you can do that. I wouldn't suggest the liquid glue you know, because that's gonna kind of warp the paper. I would rather do, I think it's best to do like a little bit of a glue stick, just very light glue stick, clear glue stick, to keep it really nice and tight in there. Sometimes you have to moisten your fingers so that you can go like this as you're trying to get the shape in there. So here we are with our box, and it is going to be a little bit smaller than your traditional box. This is the size of your traditional box, and you can see that it is smaller. It fits right inside, just barely. This is your traditional box, and this is your shallow box, which is a little bit smaller. And when we make it smaller, it grows a little bit.